Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Below freezing tonight, but we are warming up as we head into the weekend, taking our temperature heading right up into the 50s and 60s over these next 48 hours.
But Paul, the bigger story is the winds this weekend that has potential to cause widespread power outages.
Yeah, I'm sure DTE is really on the alert for this coming weekend. We have a lot to talk about and a lot of changes. We're just going to get right to it here. We're not going to bury the lead. We have a high wind watch in effect from 4 a.m. Sunday until noon, and it's basically for almost the entire area, essentially Wayne, Washtenaw County northward. Now, Monroe, Lenawee, you're not technically in the watch, but you're going to be close enough where you need to be aware of those wind gusts as well. So let's take a look at how this is all going to play out. So Saturday afternoon, again, these are gusts, not just the sustained wind. These are gusts projected by the model. Nothing to write home about here. It's not until overnight that we start to bring in that higher wind. By 3 o'clock in the morning, and this is a new model, by the way. The good news is that I have a new model to show you. The bad news is that it is very consistent with what I've been showing you all day long. So 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts developing during the middle of the night. And then as the cold front gets closer on Sunday, look at this, 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts. Now keep in mind, when a severe thunderstorm warning is issued, that is for wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or greater. So we potentially are going to have severe thunderstorm magnitude wind gusts on Sunday morning, and then as we get into the afternoon hours, you'll see a gradual diminishing of those gusts. The other big change this weekend is temperature. Starting off Saturday in the 30s, and then notice by late afternoon, 60 down here, 61 in Adrian, but still cool to the north. It's not until during the night that we're going to start to see that warm air start to ooze on in. It's not really till you wake up Sunday morning that you're going to feel the 60-degree weather, but here comes the cold front, and by the time we get into Sunday afternoon, dropping back into the 30s and 40s. So we'll talk more about this coming up, and we still have to talk about the Monday snow. We'll take a dive into that in just a few minutes, guys.
Paul, thank you. NATO now reporting Russian forces are using cluster bombs as well as widely banned artillery, which would be in violation of international law as it continues to carry out its assault on Ukraine, which has entered its 9th day.
In the path of the relentless Russian onslaught in Ukraine, no one is safe, not even innocent civilians.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of Ukrainians have been killed.
It's not only an attack on Ukraine, it's an attack on the security of Europe and on the global peace and stability.
Ukrainian officials are pleading with NATO to establish a no-fly zone over Ukraine.
We believe that NATO countries have created a narrative that closing the skies over Ukraine would provoke Russia's direct aggression against NATO.
United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken says that would trigger a full-fledged war.
The only way to actually implement something like a no-fly zone is to send NATO planes into Ukrainian airspace and to shoot down Russian planes, and that could lead to a full-fledged war. In Europe, President Biden has been clear that we are not going to get into a war with Russia.
Officials around the world are warning the lethal Russian invasion is only going to grow worse in the days ahead.
We're seeing them use increasingly brutal methods, including going at civilians and civilian populations. So I think the terrible expectation is that the suffering we've already seen is likely to get worse.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says a third round of talks between Russia and Ukraine has been scheduled for this weekend. Ukrainian officials have yet to confirm those talks.
Disturbing allegations tonight in Warren with a man accused of abusing 3-month-old twins. Mara McDonald live at the Warren Police Department tonight. There's also, Mara, an animal cruelty component to this investigation.
Devin, that's right. Investigators are dealing not only with those babies who were injured, but a cat that was found at the same location that has serious injuries as well. As a matter of fact, Warren's police commissioner says there's only one word to describe this whole thing, and that's heinous. Darius Julius Hammond Swan is in custody tonight on $1 million bond. Warren police and the U.S. Marshals picked Hammond Swan up today after 3-month-old twins were taken to Children's Hospital with terrible injuries, one with a fractured skull, the other with fluid on the brain. Police say both babies, just 3 months old, have signs of past abuse. Children's Hospital called Child Protective Services, and it led Warren police to an extended stay hotel in their city, where police found a cat that had been beaten up. The poor thing had injuries to its face and head. Hammond Swan is accused of assaulting the babies as well as the animal. Back here live, according to investigators tonight, one of the babies is out of the hospital. The other is still there. Both of them, they say, are going to have lifelong after effects from the severity of their injuries. Now, as far as the cat goes, cat's being treated as well, and the Michigan Humane Society is taken over there. We're live at the Warren Police Department tonight in Warren. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara. For the second straight weekend, the Orange Barrels are out in Oakland County.
Jason Colthorpe live tonight along I-75 with what drivers need to know before they head out. It's a long stretch, Jason.
Sure is, Devin, and I think for drivers, the one big thing they need to know is repeat this phrase, serenity now, because you're going to see a lot of things like this behind me, a lot of things closed, not to mention you're going to run into some backups that look a lot like this. They're closing the freeway right now, so obviously this traffic is formed. We've seen some aggressive drivers as this forms, not to mention on the service drive right next to us, a lot of people flying down here frustrated with this closure. Parts of 13 Mile will close. This is the 9 Mile ramp. This is closed. You see 12 Mile, that ramp is closed up ahead. And here's a closer look at everything that's going to be closed this weekend, a map of what you're in for. I-75 in both directions going to be closed between 696 all the way to Square Lake Road, and that's to finish demo on 2 overpasses that they started last weekend. They're going to finish that so they can get on with some work there. But as this gets underway, everybody is kind of clustered here. This is also part of Pistons traffic that got out and got caught in this early highway closure, and of course it's spilling out. Now, the other thing people need to remember, be patient, be considerate of other drivers. We had someone clearly from out of town stop here and say, hey, if this on-ramp is closed, how do I get on the freeway? And we said, well, the freeway's closing. And he just stood and looked blankly from his car and said, well, how do I get on the freeway? We said, it's closed. So there's going to be some confusion this weekend. Show other drivers some consideration. We're live along I-75 tonight. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
It's closed. All right, Jason. Tonight, a 2-year-old boy is in the hospital after getting shot in the mouth with a BB gun on the east side of town.
Happened this afternoon at a home on Bedford. The boy's father told police a BB gun fell off a dresser and the child grabbed it and was hit in his face. Police say the child had 2 teeth knocked out and may need surgery. He's in temporary serious condition. Tonight, police have this message for the community.
We have to send a message to not only the parents, but the community as well, that, you know, guns are dangerous, whether they're pellet guns, BB guns, or real guns. And we have to keep access away from kids because this has happened too many times this year.
The child's father was arrested for child neglect.
Let's look at the final coronavirus update of the week. The state reporting 1,842 new cases over the past 2 days, averaging out to less than 1,000 cases a day. And in fact, for the first time in months, the 7-day moving average has dipped below 1,000 cases per day. Since early January, COVID hospitalizations across the state are down 82%.
Another road rage shooting on a local freeway is under investigation. Around 6 p.m., a man reported to state police that someone opened fire at his car while he was driving southbound on the Lodge Freeway between 9 and 10 Mile roads. He told troopers a passenger in another car fired the shots while hanging out the window. Fortunately, nobody was hurt and the car was not hit. State police closed the freeway for a brief time tonight to look for evidence. All lanes have since reopened. Detroit police announcing tonight the recovery of several guns as a result of 3 search warrants.
First warrant was executed at a home on the city's east side after someone reported a domestic incident back on February 28th. 2 weapons were taken, including one that was stolen. 5 weapons were recovered at another home in Warren back on February 5th. Officers found 2 more guns at a home on Pinewood on Wednesday, as well as shell casings.